Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some recent pickups of mine. These are things that have come through the mail, both from eBay, Ringside Collectibles, and then in person, so I've got a lot to go over here, but it shouldn't really take that long, so I'm just going to get right into it. Number one, get the smallest thing out of the way. I did have a ringside order, and this is one of the items included. This is going to be the Super 7 New Japan action figure, like extra hands little pack. This I found in Ringside Collectibles for $1. It was literally 99 cents, and for $1, I'll buy anything that's mitten box. I mean, hell. And something like this where it's like the extra hands for those figures, sometime down the line, this might be a useful part for a collector who's looking for those hands, so I figured I'd keep this, and hell, I might be able to sell it for hopefully more than $1 sometime in the future, but I'll never need this. So this is an item that I'm buying to hopefully gain some value on, and for $1, it's not that much of a risk. So there we go. And it's sealed in the packaging here. You can look this up online. If you just look up Super 7 on Ringside Collectibles, you'll be able to see this. But if you guys do another Ringside order, I would totally suggest just grabbing one of these. Why not? It's an extra $1, and you might be able to make, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15, 20 sometime in the future. So that is really cool. And I'm keeping it in the packaging because why would I need to unbox it? But next up here, from that Ringside order, I did get a Elite Figure Defender 4, this Matt Riddle autographed figure that I posted about, I want to say maybe a month ago, maybe a little bit less than that. But I finally have it here. He's been sitting here unsheathed for so long, and now I finally have a Figure Defender to preserve that autograph. I love that autograph. It got the 420 on there. Looks absolutely fantastic. So we do have that. However, now that I have that encapsulated, I have to get something for this signed and authenticated Tiffany Stratton Elite. The only downside is the box is, I want to say, heavily damaged. So I need to find a protector for this ASAP, but this is really cool. Tiffany Stratton, I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of her. I'm not really a huge fan of women's wrestling to begin with. I'm not trying to be sexist by any means. It's just, I don't know. I got preferences. Tiffany Stratton, though, out of the women's roster, is one of my favorites, though. I'm not like, drooling over her matches or anything like CM Punk, but I did think that this was something to invest in. Looking it up on eBay, these things go for around $200. I was able to get this for $110. I'm pretty sure that's because it's just her plain autograph there and the box damaged. Again, down here, it's bent in the corner. You can see up here it's bent as well. This side is pretty tight. It's pretty good, but it's really just this side that's damaged. However, the autograph is good, and if you look right there, it's a Fanatics authenticated item. I really do like Fanatics. I think that they're one of the best when it comes to sports items, and I would consider wrestling a sport. The John Cena pop that I picked up recently, and I believe I posted about that, I grabbed that from AAN Collect, which is also where I grabbed this, and they had a bunch of Fanatics authenticated items. So this is something that I don't really plan on selling anytime soon. This is one that I'll sit on in the hopes that Tiffany Stratton becomes, I don't know, like Charlotte Flair levels of popular, and I genuinely think she will. Hell, she's facing Charlotte at WrestleMania this year, so we do have that. And I don't know, the more that I look at it, even though it's really damaged, it's just, is this a cool figure to begin with? I'm not out here wearing dresses at night when nobody's looking or anything, but I do think the gear on this is really cool. I like the pink. I love white. White is one of my favorite colors, and purple is my favorite color, so pink is not too far off. Anyways, I'm digging this hole deeper, folks. What am I talking about? The gear is really cool, and she comes with a cowboy hat. I cannot complain about a cowboy hat, but I think this is really cool. I remember somebody saying that the Elite itself really isn't that great, but because the autograph's there, I can't really get a good look at it. But overall, I don't know. I think it's a decent figure, and I'm very glad that I got it for a good price. But also at AAN Collect, I managed to pick up this, what is it? SGC graded CM Punk card. I love CM Punk. I just mentioned that pretty much. But I saw this for $25. I thought it was a reasonable price for a prismatic graded CM Punk. This is from his Royal Rumble last year, 2024. It is the 2024, but this is a 9.5, so this is in near perfect condition. And I had to get it. I thought $25 was a really good price. I don't collect cards really a lot. I did get a couple of those Chrome Tops pack, but for like $50 each. I mean, hell, that's like 2.5 Elites I could be buying. Cards are just not my thing. I know that I posted it a couple weeks back about some Pokemon stuff that I had like won and gotten interested in. That was really only because my friends were doing it for a little bit. They're obsessed with cards. I just can't do it. Folks, do you really think that I need to invest in cards? I mean, come on. I think I have enough vices and addictions for now. I think we're good. But when I see something like this of my favorite wrestler that is graded, I love graded cards. I love them being encapsulated in the plastic for a good price. I can't pass that up. So we do have that, and I'm very, very pleased with it. All right, so there's Tiffany. Finally here, this weekend, and I'll have a video hopefully coming out next week because I'll be back on Sunday from it. I'm going to go to Syracuse Collectors Con, and Dan Severn, Buff Bagwell, Lita, Kelly, Bill Alfonso, and a couple other famous wrestlers and wrestling personalities are going to be there. And like I said, Lita is going to be one of them. So I picked up her Elite. I actually ended up buying this from somebody that I know out in Rochester unknowingly, and it arrived in perfect condition. So shout out to them. I don't really want to give their name out here, but we do have that, so that is incredible, and I'm going to get this signed, so we'll have 2 female wrestling signed Elites in 1 week, and this is actually a really cool figure, too. I don't have the women's title, so that is nice to have in the collection, even though it's not out here, but you guys know what I mean. So we do have that Lita. And then from ringside, the last 2 items, we did get the Elite Series 116 AJ Styles, along with the 116 Lexus King, or Brian Pillman Jr. This one I did get damaged packaging because I do plan on unboxing both of these, but look at that. It's like barely damaged packaging. Anyways, I think Lexus King is going to be a future superstar, and I think that he looks great. I love how he looks. He looks awesome. So I had to have that figure that comes with that really sweet jacket. So I'm super psyched. Take this out of the box. Here are some of those other guys in the line. The Flying Brian I'm not going to buy because I know they're going to do a loose cannon Brian Pillman at some point. They had the Legend loose cannon one, so I'm waiting for the normal loose cannon. Rest in peace, Brian Pillman. But we do have that. And then here's the AJ Styles. I love this. This is when he returned. Was kind of beefing with the Bloodline in the all-black gear. I just love it. And he's got the black like suit pants on, which look great. So I cannot wait to unbox this figure. But yeah, there we go, folks. That is going to be it for this this Friday edition of What Do We Get, kind of wrapping up the week here. I do apologize for a longer video and not a lot of stuff here. I was kind of talking a lot, but I'm getting some thoughts out. This is going to be a collectible-oriented weekend because I'm going out to Collectors Con. I'm going to meet some friends, going to get some great stuff, and I can't wait to show it off here. So as always, I'm like forgetting my outro here. My name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.